tua whakapaina I ne kai, hei orana mā ātou tina. Wai ana iki ngā mātai, wairua ki te taro, o te ora ko ihu plaiti, tō mātai ariki, ake amini.
Thank you, Milton.
First of all, I just would like to ask Milton to open the meeting with a karakia, and then we'll get the program underway. Thank you very much.
E te rui kāna whānau, whaia tō mā tauranga, kia mai arama mai ai, kia whaia ake kōrero katoa, tū mai aroha mai, tātou ia tātou katoa, tūturu whakamaua tīna hui e taiki.
Thank you very much, Milton. Hey, thank you so much. Look at the attendance here today. We're very pleased to welcome you all to the Western Bay Disability Support Trust networking meeting. We've got lined up some nice variety for you this morning, and also to make sure that you are networking together as well. If you don't know people, I keep saying, go and introduce yourself, get to know each other. You just don't know how those connections are going to cross over. So, without going into any great detail more than that, I'm going to like to introduce Shirley Wilson to come forward, and she's going to introduce our first speaker. I won't sort of do any spoiler alerts, and we'll just leave it. But Shirley's from the Brain Injured Children's Trust. So thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Great to see you all here. Thank you, Daniel. So I'm Shirley Wilson. First of all, a mother of a child with a brain injury. I've then become a founder and now CEO of the Brain Injured Children's Trust. This morning, I'd like to introduce you to one of our members, Daniel, and his mum, Rebecca. Sorry, he's just finishing his morning tea. And so I'm not going to say too much about our organisation, because Daniel's going to share with you about our organisation, but also as a member of the Brain Injured Children's Trust and having a brain injury himself, he's going to share with you his journey from special needs to wellness. So with no further ado, here's Daniel. First of all, Mum.
Yeah. Mum. I'm known as Mum, apparently. Yeah. I often go to Daniel's clinics now, and it's Daniel's Mum. I do have a name. My name's Rebecca, also a mum.
Rebecca.
And I've recently taken on a support role to the Brain Injured Children's Trust, and that's, in a way, my way of giving back to a trust that's got us to where we are today. Daniel's going to explain more about his journey and what he's done to get there, but I just want to honour the Brain Injured Children's Trust, because you wouldn't be meeting us today if it wasn't for them. In a much, much better place today than I used to be. And it's not just the hardship of having a child with a severe brain injury, but also where you would naturally go to find support and answers, you often don't. And so we chose an outside the box, off the beaten track path, which really should become mainstream, and hopefully Daniel can explain why we feel that that's the case, and get it out there as an option for families also travelling the same path. Shirley and Mark have been a beacon of light for us, and hopefully one day we can be that for others too, and I think it might actually start with today. So I'd like to introduce my son, Daniel. to make sure the microphone is set for you.
Good morning, everybody. So, I'm here to share my story. So yeah, I will get started. Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to talk to you. It's a dream of mine to be given a chance to inspire others. I feel very humbled and proud to be able to do this today. I was born 14 years ago in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. I suffered a premature birth injury resulting in hypoxia and hypothermia. At the age 2.5, an MRI scan revealed that I had an extensive brain injury. My label is quadriplegic cerebral palsy, but I also have attention disorder and I have vision problems and learning difficulties. The doctors told my mum that I would not do very much during my childhood years. I struggled to walk, talk, eat, go to the toilet, and I went through a year of cluster seizures. I could not read or write, and maths made no sense to me at all. My brain was scrambled. I now walk, speak 3 languages. My mum will tell you that I never shut up. I can swim, ride a bike and a horse. I'm a pretty good fisherman, and I am gifted djembe drum player in a group, and now attended drum and holiday camps independently. Okay. Here we go. After my brain scan, we searched for answers, and my mum refused to accept that our future was hopeless. Then we started doing different therapies once a week, very expensive, and progress was very slow. We then decided to look for people like me who had a success story and follow in their footsteps. This is when we discovered the Diamond Method. We were living in the UK at the time, and the Family Hope Centre ran the program. I was assessed when I was 5 years old, and my results that I had neurological age of 36 months and 57% brain function. I followed an intensive holistic program, and after 6 months I was assessed at 58 months and 83% brain function. The progress was amazing, and I began to read well too. My health is also improved. I am following a proper nutrition plan, and my ongoing breathing exercises help oxygen flow to my brain. I do not get sick anymore, and I can fight off illnesses quickly. I returned to New Zealand in 2023 after spending some time in Germany. I got locked out of New Zealand during COVID, and my mum immediately made contact with Shirley and the Brain Injured Children's Trust. We had read about her son Mark, became a beacon of hope for me. We were accepted onto the Diamond International program, and my progress has continued to skyrocket since then. When I was assessed again in 2023, my neurological result was around 60 months, almost exactly when I stopped the program in 2019. My brain had not developed any further despite working with other therapists in Germany. Today I'm assessed at 66.5 months. A healthy brain is assessed at 72 months, so I am getting closer to my graduation goal. You may not realise this, but not many well people have a neurological brain of 72 months. I'm sure you can see why this program has been so beneficial for me in many ways. Since following my program, I have achieved a running victory of 2,000 meters a day. My eyes now track together. And I started to converge and judge depth and 3D. I'm now typing, reading, and understanding maths concepts. I can tell the time my life skills have improved, and I cook meals at home. I am also in charge of the household laundry. My mum is very happy. One of the biggest achievements recently is that I'm doing the monkey bars independently. I have very strong arms and hands, and I'm participating in a triathlon in November. Last month I did 100 forward rolls back to back. Please raise your hand if you can do 100 forward rolls. Never mind the kid with cerebral palsy who was not supposed to walk or talk. A brain injury needs to be treated in a holistic way, and the Diamond International program. This is the only program that helped me address all areas of my brain injury. The team at the Brain Injured Children's Trust have walked alongside me and my mum step of the way. I have been there when others have let us down. I'm eternally grateful to Shirley and the team for their belief in me and showing me what's possible in life. They are the best. I would not be where I am today without them. should never give up. Hope, faith, believing in yourself. Thanks for listening. And I will do my best to answer any questions you might have. Thank you, everybody.
Has anyone got a question for Daniel?
Yeah?
How many times do you have to exercise every week? Like, what are some specific exercises, and how often would you do them?
Every day.
Yeah, for about half an hour a day.
Half an hour a day.
Yeah. Well done. I'm a physiotherapist, I have to ask that question. Well done.
It's a bit more than that.
Yeah.
Maybe an hour a day
Yeah.
of exercises. And then other things. Yeah.
What are your dreams and aspirations in terms of when you become an adult?
I would really like to be a cook and prepare food and serve food.
He loves food. And he's good at cleaning up too, which is he loves people.
Can we give another round of applause for Daniel, please? I'm very impressed. Very impressed. If you can't be inspired by that story, I'm asking you now to check your pulse. I think it's truly inspirational being able to look at when families face these adversities and they're told what they're not going to be able to achieve, what you're not going to be able to do, and you just turn around and say, let's look at what we can do. And this is a true example of that. With the support of the networks that we have in the country to wrap around services, that you can take advantages of that. I think if there's any medical label that's attached to Daniel today, let's put it in the bin and just make it awesome. No more medical labels. I've been in the sector for a long time.
One thing I'd like to say is the fact that, excuse me, Mum had dreams and ambitions, and never underestimate
Yeah.
mums.
No, the mums are always in the background. I think in all the years I've been in the sector, I've always looked at the people we support as being extraordinary people doing and being able to do ordinary things. I think in Daniel's case, we've got an extraordinary person doing extraordinary things. And I look forward to seeing what he'll be able to achieve in the future. So thank you so much for bringing the story. I know that behind every story there's a family and doing that, so, yeah, and working hard. So thank you again. I just want to give him another round of applause. So Helen, I don't know, you going to follow this one? I'd like to introduce Helen Jansen and Kim.
Left foot.
What? Kim will do. I do have a bit of a relationship with Helen and her team, and I've seen their work firsthand. She supports what I do on a weekly basis, and we've supported you now for probably the last 3 years, 4 years.
Yeah.
We've been supporting that, and I've seen the difference that their course does for the people that we support and what they could do. So without further ado, Helen.
Thank you. And just show us the PowerPoint there.
Let's go, Ken.
Just pulling up the PowerPoint. Technical. Yeah. Just go.
Maybe we get Sam's story next time.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, thank you. Kia ora koutou, ko Helen, toko ingoa. My name is Helen, and I'm a facilitator for the Whanonga Order Program, which is a safe and healthy relationship.
Sorry, can you speak into the microphone, please?
Shall I start again?
Yes. No one can hear you.
Sorry. Kia ora koutou, ko Helen toko ingoa. I'm a facilitator for the Whanonga Order program, which is our Safe and Healthy Relationships program. And we deliver this to people who have neurodivergence or disability. And we work right throughout the bay, from Katikati through to Whakatane in the adult disability sector, and also in the high schools in the learning supported kura.
Thank you, Helen. I think we need to do like musical chairs in this one, hey?
Yeah.
But then I want to stand in front of you. Yeah, this will be a juggle. Morena, my name is Kim. I work with Helen for Totoko Mai, also facilitating the Healthy Relationship Program. And I'm really honored to be here with you today. I've got 3 girls with autism, ADHD, PDA, and to meet you all is truly a gift. Thank you.
Yeah, so within this space, we are going to be talking about healthy and unhealthy components of a relationship. So just do what you need to do to feel safe, and be mindful if you're sharing a story of other people in the room. We never know the impact that someone might have experienced.
Yeah. You ready to dive in?
Yep.
Okay. When we start our whanangatanga or our sessions, the first and foremost question is actually, what is a healthy relationship? Because we've all been brought up with what is our normal, but what happens in our family or within our direct circle might not always be normal. So let's put a baseline here. What is a healthy relationship? So on your tables, you should have some Post-its and some pens. So I'd like to invite you to have a chat in a group. We'll give you a minute or so and write down on the Post-it, what do you think is a healthy relationship? Now we've got our incredible helper Sam there in the corner.
Come over here.
Thank you, Sam. And when you're done, when you had a bit of a discussion around this, maybe give Sam a wave, hey? And then he will come and pick up your Post-it. Thank you.
Sam is my son. Very proud of him.
Thank you.
Okay. They want to go around.
Oh,
Thanks.
we need to do this.
I know.
We'll get used to the multitasking. Okay. Shall we have a walk around? Oh, okay. I'm always scared of being too loud. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for the name tag, sir.
We could just go straight into that one, right?
Okay, we can just
We'll give them a bit more time. It takes a while for them to.
Are you nervous? Are you nervous? Yeah.
Okay, if there's anything you still want to hand in to Sam, then wave it up, but we'll start going through some things that we're finding here. Now the first one that I got off the pile about what is a healthy relationship is safe to be yourself. I love that. That's a beautiful start of this session, I reckon. Yeah, needs no further explaining, right? Boundaries. You're onto it, team. Well done. We'll definitely talk more about that. Helen will explain a bit more about the sessions that we do and what these kind of topics are in here. Then we've got caring and considerate. We've got listening, patience, respect. Oh, I want to go in depth in all of them, but I'll not let this tempt me. Honesty, humor, communication. Thank you, Danielle. Be yourself. That's a pretty important one, right? Do you want to share some, Helen?
Yeah, so equal partnership, and I think in a healthy relationship everyone should feel equal and safe to be themselves and to be respected for their decisions. Support is a big one. We've got trust, respect, understanding, love, kindness,
Oh, I love this one. Thank you.
humour. Yeah.
But if we are going through discussions and going through exercises that we do, you often come to the deeper layers bit by bit. So I see here feeling good when someone has time for you, right? Openness, willingness, trust, two-way communication.
Excellent. So some people have already started filling out the form, the 5 healthy qualities. If you've done that, fill in the form that's on the screen and list 5 behaviours that are unhealthy in your group.
Where did this one come from?
Well done.
No, this was healthy still.
Okay, thanks. So we've got a few examples from people. We've got bullying and no accountability, not sharing any responsibilities. We've got coercion and control, manipulation, blaming, yelling. It's quite a lot. Degrading someone, disrespecting and lying, controlling someone financially, mentally, not trusting, dishonesty, quite a lot. And it's important to recognise behaviours that occur in an unhealthy relationship, because sometimes these behaviours can be quite subtle and not obvious. They can take the form of manipulation or gaslighting, and people may not realise these things are actually happening at the time. And that's why we have our program, is to educate people to be aware of different situations and different behaviours that can occur in their relationships, and and to understand what a healthy relationship really looks like. So
when we have these discussions, when we do exercises around this, and we've got different cards saying, okay, you put them on the healthy and on the non-healthy pile, then you get into the details of things. Because what about jealousy? That's one that we talk about quite a bit. Is that a healthy or an unhealthy thing? Oh, I hear different ones, eh? Because, well, then let's go into it now. Now we're here, right? Jealousy is an emotion, right? It's the same thing as anger or sadness, and they are not unhealthy. The more, we go through the stages, I would say, in the last decade or two, we come to know that, wait a minute, these emotions are really healthy, but it is what we do with it that counts. What do we do with that jealousy? Do we let that drive us further to work a bit harder to achieve what we want to do? Or are we going to be unkind or unfriendly to someone else? So these nuances, another one that we talk about a lot is apologizing. Is that healthy? Is that unhealthy? Yeah, apologizing is a good thing, but what if it is apology on apology on apology and the behavior doesn't change? So these are the things that we talk about and act out a lot. Shall we go in acting mode?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go in acting mode. This is our favorite part of the day, really.
Alright.
We're just going to give some examples of healthy or not so healthy things that are happening, and let's see what you think.
Use the flag. Good. Okay. Are we going to walk in? Just over here?
Okay. Hey, Helen,
Uh-huh.
would you like to sit next to me while we're here today?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would be nice. I'll sit next to you.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay. Thumbs up? Thumbs down? What do you reckon? Thumbs up? Let's try that again. Do the same thing, but a different one. Helen,
Uh-huh.
we're sitting here.
Oh, okay.
Yep, here.
Thumbs down.
Right.
Thumbs down.
So, when we're, sorry. When we're with our friends, whānau, community, dating, support workers, it's important to recognise when someone is giving us opportunity to make choices and be equal and feel safe to express our wants and needs. And sometimes in certain situations, some people can be controlling of us and we may not always notice, and they might tell us what to do instead of asking us. It's important to recognise what's happening within every relationship that you have. So we'll do another one.
Yes.
Hey Kim, how are you? Are you enjoying this? Oh, let me know when you want to go home. Okay. Thumbs up or down? Up? Yeah.
Thumbs up.
Hey Kim, are you enjoying this? We need to go home. I've had enough. I'm fed up. Come with me.
Thumbs down. Honestly. Yeah.
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 So just
Okay. But thumbs down. Is it okay if someone wants to go home because they don't feel comfortable? Is that okay? Yeah, okay. So we need to find some solutions there. We need to do something in this communication. But let's step into that in a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So then we talked about healthy and unhealthy. We talked about what that looks like, but why? Why do we think it is that important to have healthy, comfortable, safe relationships? Why is that? Why do we go to these groups? Why do we, take all that trouble to explain that to everyone? Let's have a brainstorm. Can anyone come up with something? There's trillions of reasons, so I'm sure we can come up with a few.
I've got to think now.
Yes, you have a think. Why is it that important? Oh, sorry, I couldn't find you. Yeah.
If you take neurodiverse people, quite often they become people pleasers and they end up in unhealthy relationships because wrong people latch on to people pleasing nature of neurodiverse.
Absolutely, yeah. The risk of people pleasing is there, hey, especially when you're used to masking all day, every day, and to go a little step slowly further in trying to please the other person could definitely lead to harm.
Yeah, it's not just neurodiverse, there's a lot of people with intellectual disabilities and other sorts of disabilities as well often become people pleasers.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. There's lots of reasons why people who are neurodivergent or have disability may be at risk of more harm than the non-disabled population. And there's lots of different reasons behind that. And the latest statistics show that they're twice as likely to experience harm than New Zealand average population. And so it is really important to have this education.
Exactly. And I'll come to you in a second. And it's not because this community is that much more vulnerable on itself. It is the society that we've created, right? That puts a big barrier up for them to be safe and comfortable.
I was going to mention in terms of, and this would be you in the wider community as well, assumptions. People make assumptions about what the other person is thinking, feeling, should be doing, and so on, and that is can be viewed as unhealthy because it isn't asking and engaging in a relationship.
Absolutely. Do you want to respond to that? Yeah, I don't think I've got anything to add to that. So yeah, amazing. Thank you for putting that in. Yeah.
And also it's because it seems to still be a bit like peace disabling neurodivergent people having relationships and talking about sex and stuff is still quite a taboo topic.
I love that you bring this up. Thank you. Yeah, because so what's being said is that sex and stuff is quite a taboo topic. When we talk about relationships, we mean all kinds of relationships. So we mean the work relationship that me and Helen have. We mean the relationship with the teacher, with the neighbor, with the bus driver, with your best friend, with your closest family, and yes, dating as well. And that is something that is, I experience it as really, sorry, English is not my first language, so sometimes I need to translate a few times before I get to the word, but liberating, I would say, to be able to have those conversations.
Okay, so how can we learn to have healthy relationships with others? So we have this program called Whananga Order, and within the program, we have 6 sessions, and the first session is our relationships with others. In this session, we learn about healthy and unhealthy qualities and behaviours that can occur, and we also... Oh, sorry, did you have a question? No. Oh, sorry, Carly. Okay. And we look at what that might look like in different ways and forms with different people that we know. And we, the second session is communication, and we look at assertive communication versus passive and aggressive communication, and how to be more assertive. So you were saying sometimes people can be people pleasers, and we might say yes to something when we really don't want to do it, and it's important to speak up and tell people how we feel and tell people what's happening inside our body, what our gut feeling is about something when we don't want something. And we look at verbal and non-verbal communication in this session, and recognising that our body language, our eye contact, our tone of voice, our facial expression and our words all have to match up in order to truly know how someone is feeling and what they really want. The third one is our boundaries, and we look at our boundaries in this session, and we talk about how to set boundaries. We all have boundaries, and all of our boundaries are different. And when we get that gut feeling like someone's crossed our boundary, it's a really nasty experience, a really nasty feeling. So we want to set boundaries before harm happens, so we know what they are, so we can speak up and tell someone, and they know that the other person has to respect their boundary. And if someone doesn't respect someone's boundary, then it's not healthy, and it's not a good relationship to be in. And within that session, there are some of our students who are learning about sexual consent and the law, and some of our students who that's not appropriate, who aren't interested in finding out more about that. So we do discuss the boundary session according to what the needs are of our clients, of our students. The fourth session is about online harm and keeping safe, because so much of our mahi occurs online, and so much of the harm that we see. And we talk about ways to stay safe online, and how to recognise online harm, and how to recognise ways to get help if something goes wrong online. And we also look at different social media sites and ways to keep safe within that. The fifth session, responding to emotions, that's all about managing anger and sadness and other emotions, and we look at ways we can respond to our emotions rather than reacting, and healthy ways to manage those. So yeah, and the last one is believing in myself, and that session is all about setting goals, believing in ourselves, and the circle of control, which we will talk about soon.
Yep. Absolutely, thank you, Helen. So from these 6 sessions, we would love to take you through some of the exercises that we do, so you have a better idea what does that actually look like. Because it's easy to say, oh, we talk about boundaries, or we talk about healthy and unhealthy relationships, but okay, how do we do that in the sessions that we've got? Obviously, it's a bit different. Our classes are usually, I would say, between 3 and 10 students. Is that roughly what you experience as well? Yeah. Sometimes, I think the biggest class that I had was about 15, so we're going to make a mass activity out of this, right? Let's start with the first one. You should have on your table, I'm sure you already noticed it, a big sheet with different kinds of foods on it. And if you are lucky, some of those foods might be in that container that you found on your table as well. And the first one that we're going to talk about is Coke. You should have that one. Surely you can open it and experience a bit, have a sniff or a sip or whatever you need to remember, oh yeah, that's what Coke's like. You should also have some smiley face stickers on here. Now, I would like to invite you to think about Coke, experience Coca-Cola, whatever you need to get in the Coca-Cola kind of vibe, and get the sticker, the smiley face that, or not so smiley face maybe, that it is for you. How do you experience Coca-Cola? So it might be a very happy feeling. It might be a memory from your childhood where you go back instantly, or it might make you feel like this is what wakes me up in the morning. We might need to talk about your diet choices then, but hey. Or you might not like that fizzy feeling on your tongue, so it might not be a heavy sticker. So put your stickers underneath the Coca-Cola one. I'll come and have a look.
Just give, if everyone has one sheet of stickers each, and they put down their choice.
I can see some of you are already racing ahead. Well done, team. So that means that under Coke you'll have several stickers, right? There will be stickers for everyone in your group that's choosing to participate. Hang on. And you guessed it already. Now, to make sure, I took some raw onion for you, but we could smell it through 2 bags and the containers, hey? So we decided not to put it on your desk, not to torture you that way. But yes, the raw onion is coming your way, and pay attention if your feeling matches one of the stickers. So what do you feel like when you smell that raw onion, and when you think of, you can have a bite if you want to. Now see if you can find a sticker that matches the sound that I hear. And then I'm sure you can find the banana and the chocolate and the avocado as well.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, Sam, what do you think? Are they ready to, did most of the people put all the stickers on? Are we good?
Are we going right through or not? Oh, great. Okay. It's just as hard to silence them as a group of a class. We're up. Yeah.
Okay, can we bring it in again? I love how excited you all are about this one. We're excited about the chocolate. And you should be. It's addictive for a reason. Oh, thank you to have an example here. Now, what I see on this one, and I wonder if it is quite similar with all the other ones on the table, so let me know if you've got the same. The one that is striking for me, let's go straight to the point, that raw onion doesn't seem to have any happy faces under it. Is that similar? Okay. But on this one, I'm not sure, I wonder if that's the same for you all. There only seems to be happy faces under the chocolate. Is there anyone that has a non-happy face under the chocolate? Yes, I love it. Thank you. Amazing.
That's cool.
That is absolutely cool. So, do we have different faces under each of the other ones? Or are there other things that we all like or we all dislike?
Avocado.
Oh, all happy faces under the avocado? Oh, one that's a bit sad. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so the bottom line is what we want to bring home with these kind of exercises, hey, we are all different. There are things that we all have in common, or most of us have in common, like that raw onion feeling. And we refer to that feeling when we talk about gut feelings as well. Do you remember that raw onion feeling, that feeling in your tummy that you feel like something's wrong and you do not want this? But otherwise, what if we would all have the same faces? If we would all like banana and not like avocado? What if we were all dressed the same? What if we would all go to the same movie? If we would all have the same tea out of the supermarket aisle and the rest of the aisle would be full, but that tea is always finished because everyone likes the same tea. Now that would be a very boring world. So even though sometimes it isn't easy to handle differences, and sometimes it is hard when someone wants to leave and the other one wants to stay. But we have to find a solution there, because actually that we are all different, that's our superpower. That is what is so amazing about being humans, right? So how do we bridge that? This is our stairs towards discussing how do we bridge those differences.
Okay, so if we think about consent as being equal, if you have a look at the slide, it's like a seesaw where both people are equal and even, and it's a mutual and happy and safe agreement between people. If the seesaw was slanted on an angle, it would be an example of power and control, where someone has more power over the other and may encourage them or force them to make decisions that they don't want to do, and that's a harmful situation. It's like if you think about going to Subway, if someone said to you, here's your sub, I made it for you, eat this now and don't leave until you're finished, and it was filled with pickles and onions and nothing else, how would you feel? Sick, yeah, and it's the same thing. If there's no consent, if things aren't equal, if we don't get to make decisions about what we want and don't want, and if we don't respect each other's decisions about what they want and don't want, then it's that raw onion feeling, that feeling of feeling disgusted, that gut feeling of being unsafe. And so that's, really important to be in tune with how you feel about something, and when you don't feel like it's right, to speak up and say, no, actually I don't want that, and the other person respect your no. I'd like to add anything. If someone was feeling unsafe, who could they tell? Can anyone tell me who they would go to? Yep. Your mum. Yep. Perfect. So our safe people. Carly, do you have anyone you would tell? If you...
It kind of depends on the
situation.
Like if my brother's making me feel unsafe, I probably would say something face to face, but then I go tell someone else.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's important to tell someone, and if that person doesn't help or believe, tell someone else. And if they don't help or believe, tell someone else, and keep telling. And that's something that we talk about a lot in our program, is where to go for help and who to ask and who are our safe people.
Yep, absolutely. Consent is something we can talk about for hours. So this was a tip of the iceberg, but please come and chat to us if you've got more questions or ideas. An activity that we really wanted to do with you today, because I think it's one of my favorites that we do. It's about styles of communication. What we already said is, what do you do when you've got a difference that you need to bridge? And I think this is one of the most set examples. So I'm going to put my favorite hat on. And I'm glad you're all here, because I need some help.
Hi, Kim. Huh. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. Hello.
Yeah, good. Hey, do you want to go to KFC after school? They have some new spicy chicken wings. I think you'll really love them. Yes, you will. Kim? I know you will. I can meet you at 3 o'clock. And you can come with me.
Yeah.
Great. Does she want to go?
No.
How do you know?
Goodness, thank you.
She said yes.
I said yes. No. But her body language, just because someone says yes, doesn't mean she's actually, doesn't mean they're thinking yes.
Excellent. Thanks, Carly. That's right. just because she said yes with her words, she didn't say yes with her body or her face or her tone or her eyes.
So, wait a minute. What do I have to do different then? Like, I was here. What do I have to change?
Your emotion.
Ooh, that's hard.
Yeah, it is.
Because I feel pretty awful. But how do I show that differently instead of being there?
How does she tell me that she doesn't want to go?
She's walking away.
She's using her body to show me. She's using her face.
I know the answer.
How else? She said yes. She could say
No.
Body
no.
reactions.
Yeah, that's right. Her body reactions are saying no. And her words, she could tell me she doesn't want to go either.
So you think if I stand here and I say, no, would that help? Okay. So
Maybe.
tell me what to do. What else do I have to change from here?
Your body
Okay, what does my body need to do?
needs to go up a little bit.
Up?
Yeah,
Okay.
and facing your feet.
And from,
But you see, no, like a little squeak. Maybe.
Different voice?
Yeah.
Okay, so my body needs to go that way. I need to face Helen, and I need to be more assertive. I need to say clearly no.
Yeah.
Is that the advice?
Maybe say like, I know I don't like spicy chicken wings or KFC or whatever.
I love that. Thank you. Shall we try?
Hey, Kim.
Hey, Helen.
Hey, do you want to go to KFC? They have some new spicy chicken wings. I can meet you after school at 3 o'clock and we can head over there.
Pause. Okay, so I needed to turn her way, be clear, unpause. No! I do not want to come with you!
not that.
No! Thumbs up?
No.
Oh. But I did everything you told me to do.
Is it because you don't want to hang out with Phil or you don't want to go to KFC?
Oh, wait a minute. Is it because I don't want to hang out with her? Oh, can we pause again? I'm sorry, Helen. I didn't mean to be so mean to you. It was acting. Okay? Okay, thank you.
It's acting.
I'm pausing. So, it's not about...
She wasn't really being mean to you,
No.
actually.
Thank you. Yes. It was not about
I'm just saying.
that I don't want to go with Helen. It's about those spicy chicken wings that make me feel uncomfortable.
It's how you respond.
Absolutely. So what should I change? Because I was clear. I was very clear, wasn't I?
Bring your tone down a bit.
Have to be nice about it. Tone down. Be nice about it. Tell her why.
Yeah.
So you were being quite aggressive and you made me a bit frightened.
It was that picture, wasn't it?
Angry.
The one in the middle. Sorry. Okay. Did you want to add something, Daniel?
Yes, so, don't make Alan frightened. That's fine.
Okay.
And,
I'll try.
and also maybe suggesting of alternatives. Saying,
Something else to-
I don't want to go to KF. I don't want to go to KFC, but maybe fish and chips.
You're a professional.
Wow.
I
You
love
need
it.
to work for us.
Let's try it.
Let's try it.
Let's try it. I feel good about this.
Yeah. Hey, Kim.
Hey.
Hey, you want to go to KFC? They have these spicy new chicken wings. They're amazing. They're so hot and spicy. I can meet you at 3 o'clock.
Helen,
Yeah?
I need to tell you something.
Uh-huh.
I really don't like KFC,
Oh,
but I love hanging out with you. Maybe we need to figure something out because I love hanging out with you, but I really don't want to hate KFC.
oh. Well, what about if I get KFC
Yeah?
and you get fish and chips and we meet on the beach and have a picnic?
Yes! Yes! High five! I love that! And wait a minute. You still want to be my friend?
Yeah, of course.
Really?
You're allowed to choose what you want to do and don't want to do. And I am a good friend. I respect your choices.
Thank you.
So, if we look at these styles, if someone is passive or shy, they may end up agreeing to do something they don't want to do, and that could put them in an unsafe situation. If someone's aggressive, they may scare other people, and they may not end up having very many friends at all. If the friendship or relationship is assertive, and we're strong and friendly, and we speak up and tell people how we feel, and they are even an equal, the relationship is even an equal, it's a great outcome. Everyone feels safe and happy.
Yes. And what I'd like to add this one is that we then talk about that the first one where I was saying like, oh no, yes baby, that's an situation where I'm actually only thinking about Helen's feelings. And then the second one where I was quite aggressive is the one where I'm only thinking about my feelings. And that if we communicate in a way where we can think about both, first think about what do I want, what do I need, and can we find a solution with the other person, then that is what we call assertive, and where we find solutions that work for both of us. And it might take quite a few repetitions of this before this concept settles in.
People can become very aggressive when they're abusing substances.
Yes, true.
Absolutely, yes, and thank you for that. Yeah, there can be a lot of aggression in there, and those are situations where we definitely need help, hey? We need to ask around for people to help us with that.
So we have an activity that we do regarding touch, and it's basically different ways people can communicate with others using verbal and non-verbal, and recognising non-verbal body language, and checking that people's body language, eye contact, facial expression, tone of voice and words all match up to know if they really want a hug or not. So you've got on your table some red flags. If everyone has a red flag, I'm going to ask him for a hug, and I want you to look at her body language, her eye contact, her facial expression, her words and tone of voice, and see if she is into it. Because it's Hey, what? Oh, you forgot your hat.
Sorry.
Hi, Kim. Can I have a hug?
Well,
So she froze. When someone freezes, their body is in a mode where they are not into what's happening. So she definitely doesn't want a hug. Hey, Kim, can I have a hug? Yeah, of course. There you go. Okay, so open body language. She was excited voice, face pointing mine, and eye contact. Everything matched up. She was keen on that. Hey Kim, can I have a hug, please?
No, absolutely not.
No. Hey Kim, can I have a hug? High five today. Okay, so
yeah, that's different.
yeah,
Language.
she didn't want a hug, but she was okay with a high five, so she told me.
High fives today.
So it's really important, if you don't feel like hugging someone or touching someone, to speak up and tell them about that. And maybe there's something else, like a high five. Hey Kim, can I have a hug, please?
I'm not sure, Helen. Today's just not a hugging kind of day.
Oh. So if someone's not sure, that's a no. Because they haven't decided yet. So if someone says maybe, or I'm not sure about anything.
As I like to say, if it's not a definite yes, it's a no.
Hi, well done.
Thank you. I'd love that in a big frame on the wall somewhere.
Yeah.
Unless it is 100% enthusiastic yes, it's always a no.
Yeah. Thank you. Excellent. Hey Kim, can I have a hug? fight or flight or freeze or run away, it's really important to notice that body language. That body language is so important. Yeah. And if we're thinking about people making decisions about what they do and don't want, if someone agrees to do something on Monday, like say maybe Kim agrees to hug me on Monday and she's all into it, does that mean I can just run up and hug her on Wednesday?
No.
No.
I said, no one, like some of my friends, I give them a hug one day and then I go after me, I see them another day and I say, and they say, ask me, oh, you don't want a hug today? And I say to them, I just want to make sure you're okay with it today. Because just because I gave you a hug one day doesn't, the other day doesn't mean you have to let me hug you today.
And it's the same with all relationships and dating relationships too. Just because you agree to do something on one day, it doesn't mean that person assumes you will agree on the other day. They have to ask each time, and that's called consent. And what about if Kim agrees to hug me? Does that mean she's agreed to kiss me?
No.
No, that's right, because that's a different thing. So when people are in a dating relationship or another, if someone agrees to do one thing, that doesn't mean they've agreed to anything else. And that is why consent is important. Each thing has to have consent. Yeah.
Absolutely. And Helen, what about if I do agree with you to go to the movies and you already bought my ticket and we're there and then I actually don't feel that well and I'm like, maybe we should better go home. Is that okay?
That's okay. Yes, it's okay to change your mind. You could have agreed to do something and you might be halfway through and you change your mind, and that's okay. That's when that thing stops. So if you're at the movies and it starts to get scary, then you can leave and the other person respects your decision.
And that doesn't mean it's easy to respect someone else's decision, right? I can imagine that if you've bought tickets for a movie and you were looking forward to that it might be disappointing for a little bit, or it might make you sad or angry if someone else makes a different choice. And that's okay. That's normal. But how do we manage these feelings and these emotions? So can I have some emotions? Let's open up the wider range. Again, there's a trillion of them, right? What pops into your mind? Emotions. Which one? Happy?
Anger, frustration.
Frustration, thank you. All the way in the back. Sad, thank you, yeah. More? Anxious, we're getting to the next layer now, yeah. Confusion, great. Upset, yeah, absolutely. Which ones can be overwhelming? Because there's not many people that report overwhelming happiness. It happens a little bit, but it is less, feels less, I would say, negative maybe than other ones.
Here's a scenario I want to things. You know, where the affect is, the behaviour is not congruent with the behaviour. I want a lot today.
Ah, yes. Yeah, so it needs to be more excited. Yeah. So excitement.
Excitement, definitely a big one too. Yeah. Happiness, yeah. And I see some flags in the back. Oh, this is good. When you've got a flag, I can see you've got something to say. Do you have another one? So cool. It's often when we ask what are the different emotions, we've got the happy and the sad and the angry, and often when I ask, but what is the most overwhelming one? What emotion overwhelms you often? And that's when we get the interesting answers, because often support workers or staff don't always know what pops up there, and this can be a session that brings up quite a lot in groups as well. So we might get anxious, or we might get lonely, or other things like that. Did I see another hand somewhere? Yeah. Embarrassment, yes, I love that. And what about pride? There's so many emotions, right? So then we can go into what is the most overwhelming and what does it feel like to be overwhelmed by your feelings? What does it look like for other people if you are overwhelmed by your feelings? And what I already tipped on with things like jealousy is it healthy to have certain feelings? Is it healthy to be angry?
It's healthy to be angry, it's just not healthy to take it out on someone else, which is why when I get angry or frustrated, I pop into my bedroom.
I love how you jump straight to the conclusions. You are so good at this. Yes, it is healthy to be angry, but we cannot go and demolish things, right? You have to learn how to manage that. What does it look inside our bodies when we feel angry? We often get answers like, it's hot, my heart is racing, my fists are clenching. What happens on the outside? What does it look like? Maybe we're shaking. And then when we get tiny experience from that, we really try to balance that out. Okay, what can we actually do to respond to those feelings? Because they can be really overwhelming, right?
Yeah, so in your group, just for 1 minute, have a quick talk about the different ways that you respond to your anger. Okay, so you probably came up with lots of ideas. And when we work with our students, we talk about ways to manage anger at the time and ways to manage anger later. Because we could still feel angry about something 3 days later. And it's okay to have these emotions, but it's how we respond to them rather than react. And we've got some examples here. At the time, we walk away, we breathe slowly, we might drink water or push hard on the wall or self-hug. And later, maybe if we're into drawing or colouring, or we have a pet, or we go for a walk around the block, or watch a movie, or talk to someone about that, it's really important to respond in healthy ways, because if we respond and react to our anger in an unhealthy way, we can harm other people. So that's part of what we do. We also talk about sadness and ways we can manage our sadness.
Now Helen will tell you a bit later about the different learner groups we have. I want to briefly stop at the subject of I statements. We don't do this with all our groups, but with some of them we do. This is a tool that we use to, when you go into an often difficult or uncomfortable conversation, to make sure the chance of escalating is a lot less. What we often feel when there's a difference that we're bridging, we keep coming back to that difference that we had in the start of that first session, right? Everyone's different. We have similarities and we've got differences. When there is a difference and we go into a conversation saying, you did this, you did that, and that's why I'm now feeling horrible, then the chances that that person is going to get either really angry or really defensive are, even the feeling of someone doing that, if it's verbally or with their finger, you know.
It's not all
Sorry? It's not all on me. I love how you're defending me, mate. Thank you. It's not all on Helen either, I can tell you that. So what we use is the I statements, and it just gives you a way to literally form a sentence to start a conversation. So, yeah, let's have a try out of that one. Am I gonna?
Are you sleeping or am I? Okay. Kim's going to be my flatmate. And she is standing up sleeping.
Exactly, I am. I can do that.
And I am playing, sorry, I've got this round the wrong way.
I'm in the best place here, so
I am playing loud music. It's really loud. We have got a speaker here, and unfortunately it's not working. And it's 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'm partying. Hey!
Hey! That's too loud! That's not cool. You are doing that and you're waking me up and now I feel horrible. It's your fault.
I was enjoying the music.
Well, I was not, and it's your fault.
Well, it's my flat too. I should be allowed.
And I should be allowed to sleep.
Well, it's 7 o'clock.
I'm going to tell someone.
I'm going to tell my support worker about you.
Okay. I think we should have had our hats on. It feels uncomfortable without my hat.
Yeah. Our acting hat.
We explained that when we have our hats on, that is the moment that we might do things differently than we do them in real life. So it's good to have that difference really clear out there to make sure that this is not okay. Right? Do we have some red flags?
Yep, over here.
But how do we solve this?
So Kim was saying, you woke me up. Your music was too loud. You're not respecting me. You always do this. And when that happens, she's pointing the finger and blaming me for the loud music. But I may not have realised it was that loud, or I might not have realised she was still asleep. So we can do this differently by using I statements. And then Kim tells me how she feels rather than blaming me for everything. Okay. So here's the loud music. And I'm partying. And Kim's waking up.
Oh,
Hi, Kim.
I need a moment.
What's wrong? Are you all right?
That's so funny.
Well, Helen, I'm not really all right. Because I feel really angry when I get woken up in the morning by loud music. Because I can be really grumpy if I don't have enough sleep.
Oh,
And I would really like to sleep in a bit more.
oh, that's okay. I'm sorry. I didn't realise that happened, that you felt that way, and that sleep was so important to you. I'll make sure I don't turn on the music till 9 o'clock next weekend.
Oh, thank you.
So Kim was using I the whole way through that. I feel the emotion when the music is loud because I can't sleep and I would like to get more sleep. I need to sleep in. So she's just telling it from her point of view using the I statements. And when people use I statements instead of you statements, they resolve conflict really easily. And even in the workplace, at home, in the community, in friend relationships or dating relationships, explaining to people how you feel using I statements creates a world of change. And people respect your feelings and your wants and needs, and it's a good way to communicate.
Yep. I'd like to add shortly to this one that I am practicing daily on this in all my relationship, work and private. So this is something that we don't do with all the groups again, and that really needs a lot of practice. But I would really recommend trying to implement this in your life.
Right. So within our mahi, we also talk about our circle of control and future goals, and we look at the things we can control in our life and focus on those. We can control things like our behaviour, our feelings and emotions, our the way that we react to others. There's lots and lots of things we can control. There are things that we can't control. Just in your group, I'll give you 1 minute to talk about some of the things you cannot control in your life. Okay, so if we think about these circles, if we're having a party, and it's during COVID times when the lockdown had finished, we can control organising the party. We can influence who comes by sending out invitations to certain people, but we cannot control another lockdown, for instance. That's something out of our control. So sometimes we worry about things that we can't control. We worry about the weather. What's the weather going to be like on the day? What if it rains? What will I do? And we spend a lot of time worrying about the things that we cannot control. So in our mahi, in our classes, we try to encourage students to focus on the things they can control in their life and let go of those things that they can't control.
Yeah, I think we're heading towards the end. I think we had a bit of a demonstration what we do in our classrooms and what that looks like, about the goals that we're trying to reach. And our main goal, I just want to say that out loud again, is Whanangatanga Ora will empower people with disabilities or neurodiversity to safely navigate a world that is free from harm. And during this talk that we had now, I think you had a bit of a taster on how we implement those things. So we've got a lot of visual, we've got some technology, some little movie clips and stuff that we show. Sensory tools, we always got fidgets and all these other things with us. We use worksheets, music, we work in small groups.
The minion.
Minions.
The minion, you remember, hey? Yeah. We've got some toys that we pass around when we do our introduction rounds, and the minion is definitely one of the favourites, yeah. We've got cultural activities, role play, visuals. And that's how we piece this together, really.
Yeah, and the program caters to 3 different groups of learners. We have a Group A group, we call them Group A. They are often independently accessing the community. Some of them are dating or thinking about dating. And we have a Group B, which is probably 80% of our students and clients. And they are accessing the community but require support for some things within that space. And then Group C is our highly supported group, and some of them those students are non-verbal, and we are working alongside them to build safe relationships and be able to assert themselves and recognise harm.
And just want to read out that last bit that we've got on the sheet there. When we have opportunities to form healthy relationships with others, we can lead safer and happier lives. And that's really the reason, back to that start, that we are here and that we feel motivated to reach as many people as we can. Because our organisation, Totoko Mai, we also see the other end of what happens when people go through harm. So we're really trying to step into that prevention big time, hey? This can be enhanced by a lot of things. Yep, go for it.
Yeah, so community-based supports, options and services to achieve a good life. So the more resources and options and facilities that we can access, the more we can be independent and lead a great life. Are you going to do the next one? Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah. So then we've got developing mana, enhancing skills and knowledge, and having great relationships with friends, whānau, and that's where our program comes in. Using enabling good lives principle, where people have greater choice and control over the decisions in their life. That's really important for our independence and our healthy, happy relationships with others. And most importantly, a person-centered approach, and we always put the individual first. And all these things can contribute to a happy, healthy life. Okay.
Thank you for having us here. If you've got any questions, you know where to find us.
Thank you. We do have worksheets, a handout if anyone wants to join our program or knows anyone that might like to. It's 6 one-hour sessions across 6 weeks, and we're really flexible with how we implement that.
Thanks, Kim.
Thank you, Helen. Thank you, Kim. I again can't attest to how much good that they do with the people that I know they've been supporting, and the outcomes that we've seen have been very positive. I even use some of their tools in my own life with my own personal relationships, and I think it's working. But if you do have any queries about getting them involved, please get in touch. It's definitely worth it, even for your staff training as well as for individuals. We do have some feedback forms on the tables. Please fill those out for Jill. And everybody got to be out? Or leave them on the front desk. People can mingle for a little while if they wish to. Please mingle for a little while. I hope you found today fruitful. We do thank you for coming out, especially on a Friday before a long weekend. So please enjoy the weekend. Travel safe if you're travelling away, and thank you again for coming. Thank you.
E te atua kua mutu tā mātou katoa, mahi mō mātou tēnei wā, mana ki tia mai mātou katoa, o mātou hoa, o mātou whānau, aia o rangi, ki te aorangi, tuturu whakamaua, tīnā, hui e, tāi.